Hey y'all! Today we're gonna check in on a couple of projects that I started in my previous videos and finish them up and see how they're doing. Let's go! So in the video before, I had kind of talked about, I had my squirrel project with the dog kennel that I wanted to make into a goat tractor, and that was just kind of a blip in the video, so I wanted to show you guys how that's worked out. And then we've got the driftwood from my camping trip, and we got to figure out which pens it goes in. So let's go out and I will show you guys what my plan was for the goats. Okay, so before we go out and check and show you how amazing my goat tractor is working, I thought I'd show you guys a couple of my failed attempts. This has been a mission for me for a while. Most of our animals have to have jobs. You know, we have our layers, they give us our eggs. The pheasants are our breeders, they give us the babies. Gus over there chases away the zombies at night. The goats. Now, Adrian used to breed the goats. They've become more just lawn ornaments lately, so as much as they've eaten down their pasture perfectly, I'd really like for them to have worked throughout the yard. We have weeds everywhere, but I can't fence off the whole yard, especially not for goats. They are escape artists. So I've tried a couple of different methods for temporary fencing and they have completely failed. One method here was this plastic, which I did not like buying. I prefer to stay away from plastic, but I was hoping it would be lightweight but still firm. I was hoping, honestly, for what they use at construction sites. So it was a lot wigglier than I had hoped, but my plan had been to be able to just take it and wrap it around a tree. Yeah, it didn't work at all. You can see here I had tried to staple it up to the random gate here. The goats just immediately trampled right through it. They do not care to eat what is in front of them. They want the grass on the other side of the fence. It's always greener. So they would just plow right through it. So over here, back in the really not used part of our property, you can see another one of my failed plans. We have these cattle panels. And I had hoped to use them to make a little temporary corral, kind of the way that people do for horses, but on the cheap by using panels that we already had, and it completely failed. I had tried to take the cattle panels that I already had. You know what, honestly, I keep saying cattle panels. I don't know if they're cattle or swine, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're 16 foot long, really sturdy. I was hoping that the goats would be able to climb up on them and not escape. So I zip tied a bunch of them together, big industrial strength zip ties, thinking, you know, I needed something that I could move around the yard so it can't be too sturdy. Finding that perfect balance. This was not it. Chip tore straight through it. I don't think he lasted more than an hour out here. And what's really frustrating is they had so much to eat in the area that I gave them, but they still wanted to get out. So out came the chicken tractor. And y'all, the chicken tractor is working. Look at this. So this is what, you know, we're dealing with here. So many weeds, so much gunk. This is a good example of what it all looked like. And within 30 minutes of having these girls out here, and yes, I do mean girls, Chip has been put away because he does not know how to behave. They have eaten it down incredibly. Huh, babies? I am so grateful. And y'all can see over here is where I'd had them before. Really? Y'all can see over here is where I had them before. And I mean, they've just eaten it straight down. Huh, good girls. So dog kennel is a chicken tractor, definite win. They can't get out. They are getting so much good greens, which is better for their diet. I'm not having to weed eat, and it's cutting down on my feed cost, which has been astronomical lately. So been working on this one for, oh my gosh, almost 6 months, a long time, and so happy to finally have a win. Can't wait to get the yard under control. Hi, Case. So when I was at my family reunion this past weekend, we went out to the lake and hunted some driftwood. Now, I have never understood the need for driftwood. My mom and my grandma used to always go out there and they loved it. They would find all this amazing wood, bring it home, use it in their yard. Just wasn't my thing. I preferred to swim. But as I have noticed with 100 other things, I am so grateful to be turning into my mother. So when we were out at the lake this time, there was some great driftwood, and we have noticed, Ben and I, that it's really great for features in the pheasantry pens. The birds love to climb on them. They make for really beautiful pictures. They kind of give some character to the pens. So this piece right here, I just thought was so cool, especially since if you look inside, you can see it has been completely hollowed out by fire. Now, I can't know for sure, of course, but there was a pretty large fire within the past few years up by where I collected this from. And so it's kind of cool to repurpose something that came from such horrible destruction. So it's got the tunnel through the middle, and that it has, I don't know if the color will show, but it has just this beautiful red color. So I brought this one home. My mom found it. Thank you, Mom. And I thought it'd be fun to put in here in the little halfway house, I guess it is. We've got the birds that are too big to be in the brooder, but too small to be in their normal pens. So we've got the little snowflake bob whites, we've got the Cortunix quail, and we have the little mama Swinho who's taking care of them all. So I thought I would put this one in here and throw some feed in it so that the birds will check it out, and hopefully it'll be a fun feature for them. Oh boy, guys, you gotta love technology. So I had the cutest little segment of bringing the driftwood in, getting it out of my tiny little Prius, and deciding with my dear husband what pen we thought it should go in. And the computer glitched and it deleted all my footage. So you'll just have to close your eyes and use your imagination. Picture me and my husband bringing this driftwood in, carrying it into the pen, and basically we decided it needed to go in with Pedro and the Silvers, and we'll go check it out and see how they're doing. When we first put the driftwood in, the birds were of course really nervous. Hi, Pedro. Imagine how you would feel if a giant structure just appeared in the middle of your pen. Hi. But they've calmed down now. We can open it up here and let you see. Hi, babies. What do you think? They probably won't check it out for quite a while. Hi, Pedro. Hi. Let me in. But here it is. And it doesn't look like much, y'all, but we just put it in for right now so that the birds can get used to it, and then we'll kind of adjust and move it around. But I just thought it was this cool piece. I hear you, Pedro. Has a couple of places for them to perch on, to climb under and on and through. Maybe even we'll get some vines to go around it. All right, y'all, time to wrap up for the day. I am a mess, been out in my garden trying to get the last of my seeds planted. So glad you joined me today. Really glad to have a couple of wins here with my goat tractor. As I'm sure you can tell from the clip where I tried to move it. It's gonna take some learning. At the moment, it's just grabbing a corner and seeing which way it wants to go. Ben's thinking wheels. I'm thinking maybe something roundish on the poles going, whatever. For the moment, it contains the goats. They are getting some of the weed eating done, so I call it a win. Got the driftwood put in. Really enjoying as the school year winds down and summer starts, getting to do some projects. Really a fun time of year. So thanks y'all for joining me. Be sure to like and subscribe. Who knows what project we're gonna do next. For right now, I'm happy with my win. Ten-second little shot of wisdom for those who stuck around. Celebrate the little wins. I swear life is definitely a roller coaster, has the ups and downs. Sometimes I swear it feels like the world is picking on you. Celebrate the little wins. Be the Susie Sunshine. Find one thing, one little goal that you can complete for the day, and then the day is a win, and all the rest you'll be strong enough to handle.